Hey, you. Welcome back to the channel. And today we'll talk Dlive TV and some accusations that have been going around. That Dlive TV could possibly be some type of scam or pyramid or Ponzi or whatever you might want to call it. And so I thought, like recently, with some of our decisions to get involved with that community, do streaming from the Dlive community, I thought that it would be a topic that we should talk about that and maybe try to find out where that originates from, and if that's factual or whatever the case is. So in getting started, I first just want to say that scam is a word that gets thrown around very loosely in the cryptocurrency community. And I know this because, of course, I do content, but I get to talk with a lot of people. And, I can hear someone in the same sentence talk about a coin before that sentence ends. It's a scam. That's like every other coin in some cases. So first, in fairness to maybe people who do use the term loosely or do think it's a common thing, I think that it has been the general accepted idea that lack of regulation, the kind of idea of being in this wild, wild west like territory, can be a breeding ground for scams, right? And we've seen quite a great deal of scams in the cryptocurrency community. So the point I'm trying to make is that the idea of something being a scam is in cryptocurrency is actually quite common in idea, even if not in reality, right? So I don't know if every coin people say are a scam is a scam, but what is true is that lack of regulation does create a certain amount of opportunity for those things to happen. But today we're speaking specifically about Dlive TV. So where did this get started, and what are my thoughts on it, and what does it mean for people using the Dlive? So I think a lot of the information we have about Dlive TV in its partnership up with Pewdie, more information comes out every day. I believe the CEO has done several interviews now addressing some of the concerns and some of those accusations that have come out. And they have declared that they're certainly not a scam. And, coupling that with the fact that it's easy to call something a scam without facts. And we also have to look at where this is coming from. What are the motivations and things behind this? Because we don't really know what those are. In some cases, we don't know if it's to do with the economics of the space. Some people just feel like, it might, for whatever reason, they feel like it might be bad for them if your coin succeeds. You got some people in that mindset. And then you got some people that, well, let's protect at all costs from something that could potentially be a scam, because if it is a scam, then that could be really bad for the entire space, and then it affects us and our it affects the mood of people getting into crypto, if they even want to be associated with cryptocurrency and all that, right? So it's a lot of motivations to quickly use words like scams, but we're going to try our best to deal with the facts that we know about Dlive TV. And if it checks off some of those boxes, if any, so we're going to do the best we can with that. So, a lot of it, I think, has originated with the idea of this being a cryptocurrency that doesn't have it has a blockchain, but it doesn't, it's not tradable on an exchange. You can only move it across the network and a variety of things. And to some in the cryptocurrency space, it's not so much that that is a scam as much as I think it would be an inconvenience for them. So let's take this example, for instance. The way that the Dlive TV is set up right now, let's kind of compare it to Patreon a little bit, right? If I were going to use something like Patreon, notwithstanding whatever problems Patreon might have, you know, it would probably be a situation where I want to support my favorite content creators, and because I support them, I am now privy to perhaps certain features that people who don't support them in the same capacity are. So, I'm a donor to them. I pledge a certain amount of money, and I unlock certain features and a variety of things like that. And so in that capacity, you could have a situation where you go into a content creator based website and you support your favorite content creators, and that financial support is taken in by a third party and then distributed out to your favorite content creators, and they get whatever percentage they get, and so on and so forth, right? So there's no problem with that. In the capacity that Dlive TV functions like that, that's not a problem either. I think where the problems with the cryptocurrency community, or at least as far as I can ascertain, is that that type of situation doesn't carry the entire feature of what they expect from a cryptocurrency. But not only that, what they expect as far as value of what they're getting out of it as they're being compensated in this cryptocurrency, which is going through this third party platform, which is not supposed to be that, but they believe it to be that. It's going through there at a fixed price, right? So the price is being controlled, and it's not real certain what they're getting back, but whoever contributes the most to the network, they get more based on that level, and so on and so forth. Now, does any of these things I just mentioned mean that Dlive TV is a scam? As far as I can see, absolutely not. I would compare it more to something like Patreon, like I did in that example, where I'm supporting my favorite donors, right? I do think it's kind of a problem with the idea of cryptocurrency and maybe some of the wording, or maybe what we expect. But I would also say that some cryptocurrencies do have a variety of hybrid-like features that don't make them work exactly like a cryptocurrency or standard cryptocurrency, maybe what we're accustomed to. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I don't see anything that points to Dlive TV being a scam, but I would say that it could perhaps be a situation where a content creator who's looking to get, value, get paid for their content, a variety of things like that, I could see where that would be a big hurdle for them, right? To do content that they might be less or feel less incentivized, in that way. So, so I at this point, like I'm saying, I don't think I don't see anything that points to it being a scam. But at the same time, I also understand the place that people come from when they see something that isn't maybe as transparent as they like it to be. And they, and so they're accustomed to using that term. But I would say this to them. I would say that be careful with using words like scams, or even think of products are a scam, because we don't know what the motivations are of people who make the claims that they're scams without definitive proof. How do we know it's not a competitor, or just somebody who's coming from the wrong mindset, or they just feel it's going to have this a negative effect? But But all of those things to call something a scam and kind of defame those projects in that way, unless you have the definitive evidence they are, you're not really helping anyone in that situation, right? Because you could be stunting the growth of what could be a great project that helps many people, right? And so and bringing more value to the world. So we don't know that. So that's why we want to get all the facts when we're talking about this. Now, also, if you're one of those people who do content and you're like, hey, I did all this content, I got these Lino tokens. What do I do with these? They don't really have the value that I thought they should have, and a variety of things. Well, I don't fully understand the makeup of Dlive TV. So this is a cryptocurrency. And so I look at it like, and it feels like a company to me. It feels like Twitch or something. So I look at it like this is kind of like Dlive TV is kind of like kind of branded to the Lino token and a variety of things. So it's their cryptocurrency. It's not much can be done about that. But I understand there are some airdrops out there for Lino tokens. We can't trade the Lino token against it or anything like that. But if you have them, it might be an opportunity for you to get some value from it that way. Project I'm involved with, where you don't even buy our cryptocurrency, you as well. We believe in network value, so you can earn it. It does have third-party exchanges where the community can trade the value on, but we're doing a Lino token airdrop, as many know who watch the channel. And, that has nothing to do with the Dlive TV business model or anything like that. We don't really have an opinion about Dlive TV's business model being bad or good. We get involved in many social media communities, and we've done several airdrops to different blockchains and community people in the crypto community. So to us, this is just a normal, thing that we do. And so we're offering something like that, and we give all the details. You can subscribe to the channel or look in the description. We'll give some details to it. But if you have Lino tokens, you can get a cryptocurrency that, interesting enough, we trade it trades on the Steam blockchain. Interesting enough, a lot of people might not know this, and a lot of people do, but Dlive TV used to be part of the Steam blockchain. So if you got Lino tokens, you would then be able to get our tokens and trade them against Steam. Completely different from Lino tokens, completely different from Dlive TV. We're not competitors to Dlive TV because we don't have a streaming service. We don't do any of those things. And so, this is something totally different. And of course, you can get them for free. So it's no, you don't have to, spend your money and feel like you've been scammed or something like that. But that's what we would say to that. And, and what we have, with the knowledge we have about Dlive TV so far now, what I've also heard is that 90%, something like 99% of the tokens are in one wallet. And that, that leaves less than 1% that is being distributed out to the community. So I can say this, that those type of approaches in cryptocurrency are generally not going to fare well with the cryptocurrency community if the cryptocurrency community considers it a cryptocurrency at all. And the reason I'm making this video, guys, is because, like I said, I do speak to a lot of people in cryptocurrency, and they have a pretty bad taste in their mouth about some of what's happening so far with that. And that's just me being honest about it. So that's probably not the best approach, but I could say this as well, that if Dlive TV is more set up like a business, it has been good marketing in the case of some businesses to add the blockchain label to their business model. It can sometimes create more value for their brand. And so if it's something like that, that would make probably sense to me. But then again, we don't know the full plans of Dlive TV, right? So it could at some point become this great cryptocurrency that does many of these things that many in the cryptocurrency space would like to see it do. But as for now, yeah, it feels more like a business, a business with blockchain in the as a feature, but not so much part of main product. And the only thing I could say is that I think if you have like a Patreon type approach to this, if you have a type of approach like I want to support and be a donor to my favorite content creators, then this probably wouldn't be an issue for you. But now, in the sense of you're a content creator, you're working hard to put videos up, stream, promote this platform, get people using it. Yeah, then it probably would be a problem because you don't feel like you're getting compensated, and you may very well not be on the level you'd like. So the only thing I can say to that is that one option, was not really an option, but it's just an airdrop. But some people might think of it as an option, and that's using the Bitcoin MYK token. And we give you instructions again. Is you get so many in an airdrop based on how many Lino tokens you have. But I'd love to hear you guys' opinions about this. Like I said, my information is quite limited on this as far as I can't really see what the management's doing and what exactly their future direction is. As it's very cryptic in some ways, and they're not releasing a lot of information. But you also have to understand that cryptocurrency space, depending on how it's done and how people go about it, there could be legal issues to how things are done, as we've seen. And so you have to be prepared to deal with legalities in that. And so I don't know how Dlive TV deals with their lawyers and attorneys and how they set things up and how they plan to go about this. That's something that they would have to give full details on about that. But those are pretty much my thoughts on it. At this point in time, I don't see any reason to think it's a scam. I will stream there and broadcast videos as long as I can, or as long as they'll have me, and as long as there are no problems there. But I can't see any at this point in time. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions about it. If you got any questions specifically about the Bitcoin MYK airdrop in relation to your Lino tokens, we'd be more happy to answer any questions about that you may have as well. But that's all I want to say in this video, guys. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. And until next time, take care.